What's up, y'all? My name is JR, and for those of you who don't already know, I'm a huge movie and TV nerd. If you're new here, I appreciate you taking the time to check out my channel. I hope you'll consider sticking around and joining the film community I'm trying to build here on YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving my reaction and review of Universal Pictures' latest action comedy film, The Fall Guy. And just so you guys know, this video will contain some mild spoilers, so if you haven't gotten the chance to get to the theater yet to see this film and you don't want to know anything that happens in it, you might want to exit this video now. And with that being said, no more wasting time, let's get into it. The Fall Guy is an American action comedy film directed by David Licht and written by Drew Pearce, loosely based on the 1980s TV series about stunt performers. It follows a stuntman working on his ex-girlfriend's directorial debut action film, only to find himself involved in a conspiracy surrounding the film's lead actor. The film stars Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Hannah Waddingham, Teresa Palmer, Stephanie Hsu, and Winston Duke. The Fall Guy premiered at South by Southwest on March 12th of 2024 and was released in the United States by Universal Pictures on May 3rd of the same year. It has received positive reviews and set a Guinness World Record for the most cannon rolls performed by an actor in a car. Now, at the time of the making of this video, the movie has an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, with no audience score as of yet, because I'm a bit early to this particular party. It has a Metascore of 74 on Metacritic, and that's based on 49 critic reviews, with a user score of 7.8, and that's based on only 12 user ratings. Again, that's because I'm kind of early to this review. And finally, it has a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, with over 10,000 ratings. So I'll be honest in admitting that I don't really remember having watched the television series that this movie is based on growing up, but based on the trailer I have been watching in the previews at my local theater over the past few months, I was expecting this movie to be a little bit on the quirky side, and it definitely was. But I was also hoping that the movie would be fun. And I suppose it was a little of that, but overall, not quite what I had hoped. Now, the concept, that being a movie within a movie, is one that has been tried a few times. My favorite attempt was the 2008 action comedy Tropic Thunder. Now, the writing here was actually pretty clever, if I'm being completely honest, even down to some of the jokes. There were certainly more than a handful of moments that managed to get a chuckle out of me in the theater. But as I watched the film in the theater, all by myself, before the movie was officially released, I looked closely for the one thing that would ultimately decide whether this film would work or not. That being the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. And that's ultimately where I think the film fell a little bit short. I mean, I know both actors can do comedy. You know, Ryan Gosling was more than enough in the Barbie movie. And, you know, Emily Blunt is particularly good at the Judd Apatow style rom-com. And though this film is a little different, as it is quite action-packed, because ultimately it is a love story, I believe that the same rules apply. And I just didn't really feel it between the two of them. Maybe that's just me. Now, as for the beats of the movie, I actually thought Pearce did a good job of setting up the two main characters on opposite sides of the proverbial chessboard by having had them have been in a previous romantic relationship, one that failed due to Gosling's Colt having been at fault, and then having Colt have to kind of show up and reprove himself to Blunt's Jody by secretly saving the feature film she's trying so desperately to get made. Now, of course, through the progression of that story, you know, hijinks ensue, as they always do in these kinds of movies, with the twist being that Tom Ryder, you know, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, the star of Jody's movie, has managed to accidentally murder his stunt double. And together he and his personal producer, Gail, played by Hannah Waddingham, have situated it so that Colt will take the fall, you know, hence the movie's title. Overall, I'd give this film a 60%, or a 6.0 if you're thinking IMDb score. I thought this film had a concept that we hadn't seen much of lately, and I thought the use of filmmaking technology to kind of complete the frame job within the story was cute. Again, I thought the writing was good. The cast was full of people who have a track record with these kind of films. The movie was funny enough, and I thought the action was sufficient to satisfy anyone who came to the theater to watch car chases, shootouts, and things go boom. And though it was a fairly painless 2-hour watch, I don't think the movie was quite as good as it could have been. And ultimately, I think you could probably wait for this one to get to cable or a streamer if you're averse to paying $25 for a tub of popcorn and a soda. But what do you guys think? Have you had a chance to get to the movies and check out The Fall Guy yet? If you have, did you like it? Or did you find the movie lacking in some ways? Let me know in the comments. And for those of you who might be new to the channel, be sure to like and share this video. If you really like the content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. Also, be sure to go and check out themadScreenwriter.com for more television and film reviews and info on my upcoming film projects. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got screenplays to write. I'll catch y'all on the next video.